Hello and welcome to Herman's RV Holidays January live stream. This is Zoe.
Yes.
And this is Ad.
That is Ads.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
It was kind of the one show kind of introduction, but we failed on that.
Yes.
Hopefully sooner rather than later. We've got a guest or two coming on. Bob and Jenny, and if you can make it, he's very busy. He's Richard from Waggy's Travels. Now we've not got any messages. Where's my message box? There we go. Now we are just checking the settings here. We're currently using Hangouts. I've never used this before. Google Hangouts. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it seems to be running okay. It's slightly different than a normal live stream that we've done. It says stream okay, but it's in orange as if it's wrong.
Oh, what colour should it be?
In the current configuration, the video's primary and backup streams have different frame rates. I don't know why it's telling me that, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, wonder where Bob is.
Who's up?
Let me just see if I can message him.
Oh, here he is. Oh.
No, it's just a message.
It's you.
It's just a little message. So, how is everybody? We've had a fantastic Christmas and New Year, haven't we?
Yes, it's come back to normality now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of getting over that haziness
drinking.
of eating and drinking.
Yes, back to normal.
So, Christmas. Can you remember where we went? We do know where we
Yes.
went. But for the
Can you remember where we went?
Well, for Christmas we went to the WWT in Slimbridge.
Yes,
It's in Gloucestershire.
Yes.
And I thought it was, we had a great time there.
Bit cold, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But,
it started getting a bit colder, didn't it?
we knew what to expect, didn't we? Because we do like the Wetlands Trust. So.
Yeah, we've done that a few times
Yeah,
now.
well, we did that the previous year. So.
Yeah, and we
quite
like
nice.
going because the immigration, the migrant birds seem to stop over at Slimbridge before they, I guess they travel on, or
Yes.
do they winter there? Some of them do. I know some of the Buick swans. So the Buick swans, they travel in from North Russia,
Yes.
in the tundra there,
Correct.
and come over to Britain and other parts of Europe for the winter. So yeah, we had a couple of big meals in Herman over Christmas, Boxing Day and Christmas Day,
Yes,
didn't we?
so the same because we
We-
had double the amount of
Yeah,
stuff.
we went and
had Christmas meal, Christmas Day and Boxing Day.
yeah,
didn't
that's
we?
right. We had our goose, a goose breast.
Very nice.
Let's just pop. Where is that? Right, here's our messages. Right, I'm not looking at our messages. And we'll look at the messages in a moment. But then we went to so we spent a good 4 nights there, wasn't it? Okay.
4 nights.
That's
yeah.
kind of the longest we've ever really stayed at a place. I
Well,
thought.
I think we tend to stay more at Christmas, don't we?
Yeah.
Because you just want to stay at one site.
And then we move on.
Yes.
Normally. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were a bit later, weren't we, this year? Because normally we would go just before Christmas, the 22nd, 21st, or whatever, and then but
Yeah. So we
Just the way
stayed
the
there more
days
like
worked
after
out.
during Christmas.
yeah, that's it. But no, it's very nice.
And then we spent New Year at that hotel for
Yes.
1 night.
Yeah, that was enough, wasn't it?
Oh,
I'm
that was
I'm not a hotel person at all.
no. Well, you worked in a hotel.
I
for a
know that's
while.
probably why I don't
I practically
like it.
lived in one for a while, so
And
it kind
hotel
of
food isn't the best, is it?
anti-hotel.
Yeah, yes, because you stay in them quite regularly. But I think because we're so used to motorhoming, we
But
kind of enjoy
I think
that
we
more.
agree the meal that we had there, which was expensive,
Yeah, we
£75 each buffet, wasn't as good as
No.
our dinner in Herman.
No, that's right, which is weird,
But
isn't it?
could we be? What's the word I'm after? Could we be
A bit biased.
biased? That's the word.
Oh, Yeah, probably.
Even
well, I think
without the
also
gravy.
because it was made by us, wasn't it? You always think more of it. But yes, little and often, I think, in hotels.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the messages.
Billy.
Hi Billy, how you doing? Buddy Wills, hi, afternoon. Is it? I suppose it is afternoon, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's
No,
4
you're not
o'clock.
early. We're on time. Johnny, afternoon to you too.
Oh,
There's Bob. I put a link in the in Facebook, Bob. So if you want to, I just realised I could put the link in here, and everyone can join.
Oh, that might crash the system.
That might. I think there might be a limit of 8 people. I don't know. That's an idea. Is that interesting to anybody?
No, I don't think so.
No, some
Maybe
people
next
might be
time.
shy.
Yeah.
I just realised. Yeah, but Bob, the link you should just have to click it.
He's
to
put
join.
underneath that she's just trying to get your link in Messenger.
Oh, have I sent it to the wrong place? Do you want me to email it to you? Maybe I should email.
Oh,
Whoa, I'm back.
Oh,
Hey.
goodness,
my-
that scared the life out of me.
My internet has been perfect all since we've been here, and as soon as I start talking to you, it's gone.
Look at the posh motorhome.
So I'm here.
Wow.
So,
do
you want to just turn it down?
Unfortunately, it's flicking backwards and forwards. I'm just wondering if I can hide from broadcast, or I can hide you from broadcast, but I don't want to do that. I just want you to not keep flicking back.
Yeah.
Guys, are you getting that flickering back when Bob says something or Jenny says something? Does it flick back to them? That's prompting Bob to say something.
Oh,
I think Bob might be having Wi-Fi issues. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
he's not lasting very long.
You did ask.
There's them. We want to keep it on them. Hold on. Let me see if I can be a director here. Present
impressive.
to everyone. Let me present them. Okay.
Ah.
All right. So can I? I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I am.
I'm presented to everyone.
You are now presented to everyone. We've not got that flicking backwards and forwards. And unfortunately, though, people can't see me. Can you see us, guys? Yeah,
I can see you.
Fonty, it's voice activated, which is a pain. it's difficult to watch. I think maybe you can tell us if you agree or disagree. But Bob,
So wait, what? Yes.
how is your motorhome there? Is it...
How's the motorhome? It's really nice. It's lovely having a new motor, to be honest.
Oh.
Okay,
Lost it.
right.
A little bit. Move it around a bit. Jenny's at the back there.
Can't see you, Ads.
Oh, Jenny's just waved.
Poppy's down there.
Let me just see if I can adjust something else.
Only see Bob.
You can only see Bob.
Right.
See, I can see us as well, but I can't. That's just Google. This is rubbish.
Quite a good idea at the time, isn't it?
Press that, and if I stop, no, I don't want to. Okay, so let's take a look around your motorhome then. Just have a quick peek. I don't expect you
That
to
looks
move
Alright.
around.
massive, doesn't it?
It does
Oh.
look big.
Oh, I see. You've got the beds, single bed. Oh.
Yeah, so we got at the front, we got the 2 seats.
Yeah, they look posh.
Yeah,
don't
there's a sofa here,
they? So it's a bit like yours.
which round here, the travel seats.
Yeah.
Tassimo, that's ours.
Okay.
Got microwave at the back.
Yeah.
Can't really see the kitchen. Without a lead. Kitchen
Oh yeah,
over the
lead.
top.
Okay.
Yeah, and 2 beds at the back. Behind that is the bathroom.
Who's in there?
It's just-
And there's Poppy.
Oh yes, down on the floor there. Yeah. I think we're losing Bob.
yeah. Oh, sorry. Hang on. My back.
So I wonder, Bob, if we're having Wi-Fi, maybe we should just stick to audio.
Yeah, if you want to.
I don't know how. Oh no, you can do that, can't you? You can switch off your camera that side. Oh, what's this? Hold on. Hide
Do you want to do that?
participants.
Hang on a minute. If I go turn camera off.
Oh, there you go. So now I can. Oh, can you still?
Right.
Okay, you're still there.
I can still hear you.
There you go. You are presenting to everyone. Well, no, I'm not because I can't see myself. Stop presenting.
He's no longer presenting to himself.
Broadcast? What is going on? There we go. Right. This is quite a complicated system, really. So, folks watching, you should just be seeing us now, and you can also hear Bob. Bob, can you say something?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent question. So
why are you ringing me then, Ads?
What am I ringing?
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Oh, okay. Just looking at these other screen. Well, a couple of things. I guess the biggest thing is that what was that? Yep, just your voice of Bob. The biggest thing is we've got a video coming out pretty soon, and I thought it'd be a nice idea if we just let it out the bag anyway. We've been letting it out the bag over the last few weeks already, and that is about Herman Fest. Got me at it now. Herman Fest. We've organised. No, we haven't organised anything, but what we've done is that we've chosen a date and a place, and the video is going to tell you everything. But the idea is that we are going to go to the New Forest, Round Hill campsite in the New Forest, on the weekend of the 19th of July, 19th being the Friday. So we'll be taking the day off so we can get there midday when it opens.
Yeah.
And everyone's invited. So that's what we're doing. 19th of July, 2019. Wow. And if you may have seen ours or Bob's video, or maybe you're one of the guys that come along to last year's. So if you, what was I going to say? Yeah, so if you've seen the video, if you've come videos. We've come along to last year's, and you know what it's all about. It's just basically time
eating,
to say,
drinking, a bit like Christmas, really, isn't it? Any excuse
it's
just to stuff your face.
It wasn't anything planned. It was just more of a case of. So it's not like a big event. It's not NEC kind of stuff.
No,
right?
it's
just come along, say hello,
together.
have a chat, get to know each other. Swap stories, that kind of thing. Eat, drink. We're gonna have. Last time, which was quite good, was the cake. Yeah, bring a cake. There's lots of cakes. Maybe we should say, okay, don't bring these types of cake because we had quite a few cupcakes and stuff. Anyway, no, it doesn't matter. They all got eaten. Or distributed. Well, we also gave some to the wardens. They were very happy with that.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
And the thing I just thought of doing our walk was maybe some sort of block some time out just to. I think this is just going to happen anyway. Just to talk about a particular subject. If you want to. So, for instance, the thing that came into my head was I get a lot of questions about YouTube, and I just thought, well, maybe have a conversation about YouTube or throw questions at the YouTubers that are coming along, like Waggy's Travels and Bob and Jenny and ourselves, just throwing questions at us, or maybe we can throw questions at
and what you'd like to see on YouTube.
Yeah, it was just an idea. Whether
you'd like us to do different videos.
The point being, like an event of. Not a lot of thought put to it, as you can tell. Yeah. It's just, we only just come back from our walk, and I was just like that. I wonder if people want to know about that.
Yes, and what they don't want to know about. You might be doing videos that people aren't interested in.
Peter Miller says Bob already told us that you're announcing something. Yes, I saw. Yeah, I saw
I think
that.
you were watching it this
yeah,
morning.
I was watching
weren't
Bob's video this morning, and I've got a video coming out pretty soon about it anyway. So, and you guys knew about it. I think I mentioned it on the stream a few
well,
times.
also
now.
you can see from your video of last year, can't you? Herman Fest, what it kind of entails.
That's right. Yeah. So it's really good fun. Not in a way like there's
It's a shame it's quite far
not bouncy
south,
castle
isn't it?
or
'Cause
anything
some
like
people-
that, or it's not one of these big event shows and things. It's just
No.
it's really just we're gonna be here. You're invited to come along if you want. We've booked a pitch. Well, there's no pitches. It's just
Yes, it's just
it's like 550 pitches.
but you can park
You can
anywhere.
park up anywhere, and of course you don't need a motorhome. You can come in a caravan or a tent, following obviously the rules of the New Forest and the camping in the forest rules.
Yeah.
So I am looking into a rally field. They have a rally field there, but I phoned up Camping in the Forest, and they were saying that can't book anything now because I need to book it with the campsite, and they're not open 24 hours. That's 24 hours. They're not open all year.
No.
They open in April, which I thought was a bit late.
Yes.
Really. So I need to phone up the campsite and say, well, and book it. But if I do book it, I'm going to need to know how many people are going and work out a cost and stuff like that. And I thought, well, that's organisation.
Which she
I don't-
doesn't want to
and I haven't, and I don't really want to force anybody to
Feel they
pay
have to
up.
come.
Yeah, exactly. So no, exactly. It's relaxing. You know, if you
Yeah.
can't come, fine. So the idea is, you can turn up. I believe you can turn up and pay reception
Oh, on the day.
on the day. However, there
okay.
might not be any spaces, but 550 pitches is bound to be paid.
Yeah.
But of course, being July, it's the peak season.
Yes, because we went. When did
So
we go last time? In
it was in
June, and it
June.
wasn't so. Well, it was still
it was
busy.
still busy.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the hottest,
So I think
one of
you
the hottest
would have
days of
to
the
book
year.
because I think July would be very busy, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
and of course, this video that's coming out, it'll have all the links and stuff in it.
Yes.
But if you're interested, you can go to Camping in the Forest, look up Around Hills, and then you can book through there. We booked through the website, and if you're camping and caravanning
Yes.
club
member.
member, you get a discount of, I think it's like 10%, isn't it? So
That is it.
that's the announcement. Who thinks they may come along? Just
Are we
go.
gonna be on
Just
our
stick your
own?
hand up or say hello. Yes, we're thinking of coming.
But also
and it's
you
not
were-
going to take. You know, if you don't, if you change your mind, that's fine.
Yes. Also, you were going to do. Were you going to do something where people could say when they were coming along?
Oh,
or-
I tried that last time. It's quite
Yeah.
difficult because this is YouTube.
yeah.
You can't really communicate with us. I could put a survey out, but then it disappears off of people's thing.
Yes.
So I could do that. Just
Oh,
get
it's
a
our
rough
Billy.
estimate.
So Billy's the one with the 6 sheep. No, the Huskies, is it? Do you remember we talked to him over Christmas? He's coming along with.
I
his
do
dogs.
remember, but I don't
Yeah.
remember the dogs.
Oh,
I've been drunk since then.
oh dear.
I have terrible memory though, haven't I?
You have.
I can remember how to write assembly language in Commodore 64 8-bit machines, but forget what I had. I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Well, I know what I had for breakfast. I have it every day. I can't remember what I had for lunch
Yes.
dinner yesterday.
You do have certain memory for
And
things. Not
and
places.
place names, people's names. Oh, terrible. I just need some sort of way of remembering. We'll be there. The Beckwiths. How long will you be there?
Oh, that's a very
That is a
question.
good. It's just the weekend. So
Yes.
Friday night and Saturday night. Of course, you can turn up Saturday. You
And
don't
I
have to
think
be the whole.
some people
weekend.
stayed longer, didn't they? I mean, if you want to make a week of it, or But yes, we
can
tend to
definitely
just
do
go
that.
for the
But
weekend.
we won't be staying the
No,
week.
so Friday to Sunday.
I think the
Yes, it's
screen
flickering, isn't
flickering, isn't it? It seems to be going brighter. Hangouts, you don't seem to have a lot of control over the camera, but doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. We're it's good.
Does Bob have anything to add?
I think you might have lost Bob.
Have
Have we
we?
lost Bob? Bob, you still there?
Bob's going to be the main attraction, obviously.
No, Poppy.
Oh. What does that mean?
So Frank has just put in a
What
command.
does that mean?
Well, that's that is a command from. I don't know about the number. The number doesn't.
SYS.
The number doesn't mean anything to me, although it's a memory location. But the SYS is a command
Oh, is it? Oh, you'd know all about that then.
for the Commodore 64.
Ah,
Do you know? Does anybody remember? Just a thing popped into my head.
oh dear.
I think people might remember Spectrum and Commodore, and he had the Commodore 64 and the Commodore VIC 20, and then going back older, the very first one they had was a Commodore PET, P-E-T, and there was a command you could enter which actually would make it catch fire. Can you imagine? Do you remember Boots and Dorothy Smiths? They had all the bank of all these old. Well, they weren't old; they're brand new. These computers, and you can go up to them and start tapping in. You can make these machines catch fire in their shops. It was crazy.
You've lost me.
Good. Okay, we'll move on then. So Alan says, "Hi and Happy New Year." Thanks, Alan, for reminding us. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, we probably should have started off with that.
Restart.
We messed up the one show intro. We should have.
Sorry about that.
We need to practice.
Yes. I wasn't ready.
It was the reset command you mentioned. Assembly. Yeah. Vaguely, I do remember LAD and no. We hope to be there with you with our dog Monty. Lovely, excellent. Yeah, dogs are allowed.
Yes, and it's a lovely place, isn't it, for dogs?
One other thing about the New Forest camping, you can't. Sorry, you can't. There's ponies roaming around and cattle.
Yes, because you have
Cows,
to keep the
donkeys.
dogs on the lead, don't you?
Cows, donkeys, horses,
I suppose.
pigs. Was there pigs?
No,
Deer.
I don't think they were pigs.
No, I don't think they were pigs, but pigs. Anyway, so you sure there's no? Yeah, they roam around. They don't seem to bother you.
Yes, that's because they're so used
The
to human
horses,
contact.
the
aren't they?
horses can come up and want some food, but you can just shoo them away. I'm just saying this in case your dog, your dog's a bit nervous around larger animals.
But they just ignore you most of the time, don't they?
Yeah, that's right. Is this Commodore anything to do with Lionel Richie? The Commodores.
Oh, we see.
Ah, dear. No. Is Bob? You still there? I can see an image of him.
He's gone a bit quiet, hasn't he? I think we've lost him.
Maybe I've muted him. Present to everyone. Hide from broadcast. No. No, there's mute there. There's Bob. I think we've lost Bob.
I think yes.
I'm back.
Where was he?
I don't know.
Camping. Oh, he's saying, Bob, I'm back. Oh, he is back. Hello? I don't think he is back.
I don't think he's.
No.
Oh, join this video call. Hey, we got
Here.
two of them now on our screen.
Bob
We've
and
got two of them.
Hello? Bonjour?
Ça va? We can see you animating. We can see you moving.
No, oh, here he is.
See, now I can click on them and. I think you might
he
have
must
muted
have lost his
Bob.
connection.
But eject.
He's all fuzzy, so he can't.
Are you sure you want to eject Bob Earnshaw from this video? No. I just want to.
Chuck him out his motorhome.
You've got we've got 2 Bobs on our screen.
Yeah.
Oh, one of them's gone.
We can't hear Bob.
And we
though.
can't hear Bob.
No.
I still have all those computers, and I'm many more in my loft. Doom net. Oh, don't take me there.
Bob's in Southport. Ah.
Don't take me there, John. Doom. All those computers. Yeah. I used to write games on my Commodore 64. Now
I
you're a
don't think our
thumbnail
Bob's with
ads.
us because he's not looking at us, is he?
So you guys can't see Bob? I'm looking at Bob.
Let's hope Jenny doesn't come out of the toilet or something because she might not realise she's on the.
Oh, if only you could have
screen.
seen that. As soon as I said that, Bob snapped his neck round and looked at the camera as if, what? You can't see me? No, we can't hear you, Bob. For some reason, we can't hear you.
No.
It could be you, it could be me. Oh, here comes technical Jenny. That's what you call me, isn't
it's
it?
all
This
going
Google
wrong.
Hangouts is a bit,
Yes,
a bit lame,
Sorry
isn't
about
it?
this, everyone.
Yes.
Yeah. You can never rely on technology, can you? Really?
No,
Oh, here we are.
here's
Oh,
us.
dear.
So that's why it wasn't flicking backwards and forwards, because we couldn't hear Bob.
Ah.
I think Bob's muted himself.
Oh! Who's that?
The voice from the screen.
Bob?
Hello?
Is he there? No.
No.
How do they do this on the telly? They seem to do it so.
They use
Easy.
Skype, bit of
Ah.
software. Can you? Okay. So
Do what? Sorry,
You're behind though, you see, that's the trouble.
I'm behind you.
Yeah.
who's behind you?
Ah.
Happy New Year, Julia. How are you doing? We're not getting much
yes,
from Bob.
we're-
Okay, they have lots of money.
Yes.
Who?
Who? Bob and Jenny.
Oh, with the TV. So
Yeah.
the other thing, so changing
The subject.
subject. Good job you're here, my love. You're the
I
producer
don't know
in
what
my
you're
ear.
going to say though.
Are you not gonna? Oh, well, it's coming into that really cold time of the year, and if you remember, February last year.
Yes.
Well, January, February, and March, and December, it snowed every other week or whatever. And I'm just wondering, has anyone on the call, on the call, or as in a Bailey, or in the chat, have you ever wintered in your motorhome? And if not, why not? And the other question is, will you be wintering this year? Because from we haven't got anything planned just yet, have we?
No.
We would have
Well,
gone
few
to
things.
Heimachill. Again, we'd have probably gone to
Yeah,
that, but
not this year.
that's
is it?
not. They're not doing that this year. So, a question to you guys. Do you winter in your motorhome or caravan, or even tent, or anything at all? That's my question.
Oh, probably not a tent. It's
Well, I
very
don't know. You
cold
can
for
put heating in the
tents.
tent.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think Bob's having problems with.
He's gone now. He's not
yeah,
even
he's-
the picture.
No, we don't even have a picture now.
Never mind. We tried.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's even put the technology. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, isn't it?
So Julie, sorry, not Julia. I know what you mean about hotels. I'd rather tent camp in a t-shirt in a blizzard than stay in the hotel.
Dedication.
I'll stick with the camper.
Yes. I think once you experience motorhoming, it changes your philosophy, doesn't it? Because I think with your family, they say, "Oh, we've got to go to a hotel to stay somewhere." But when you've got a motorhome, you just
Yeah,
do that, don't you?
So when we were thinking about going to the hotel for New Year,
yes, we were
I had a
looking
look
for a
around the
campsite.
area for a campsite. I looked at their.
There
I
wasn't
looked
really
at the
anything in the area, though, was
their
there?
car park as well.
Yes.
Where can we put the car park? Because parking, of course, is one problem. Then you've got to ask permission.
Yes.
Can we stay in your car park?
somebody did stay in a car park, didn't they?
Yeah, somebody
they
did
went
say
to a
that.
wedding and
Yeah.
asked if they were able to, weren't they? So it's very good.
Yeah, we know, Bob. We know you're sitting in a t-shirt in your belly. We just saw you. So the heating's all working. Have we got the heater in here?
No, it's upstairs, I think.
So yeah.
So the Beckwiths are joining Bob and Jenny in Birmingham.
I've lost me. I'm just looking at the weather window, and we will be off. Given up on Hangouts. Yeah, I think it's not flexible enough, is it? Really? We'll switch to something else next time. Thanks for all the videos, by the way. This is from Frank. Would you recommend buying an old RV like your old?
Well, it's not really
Right,
an
end the
RV.
stream. Bye. Like yours.
You'd call it more of a classic, wouldn't you, rather than
It's 20 years.
1998.
20
yeah.
years.
Well,
21. He's 21
again,
this year.
You can't recommend that sort of thing. It's what you like,
His
isn't
21
it?
first birthday this year in July. Actually, I think he was first registered, and you were first registered about 50 years ago in July, June rather.
June. Are there many problems? Looking at the model 2000 Heimer B544, price 34,000. Goodness, that seems a lot of money, doesn't
What's that?
it?
About £30,000.
Oh, I see. That's in euros.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Hi to you. Happy New. I've had to work that out. Mary and
Mary and Nigel.
Nigel. I don't know if you missed the news, but we just announced the next Herman Fest
They
on
won't
the
have made a note
19th.
to say you never know. Ah.
We are not sure if we'll be able to. Oh, I see. So you do know.
Yes.
I'll read the rest
It's
of the
quite a
question.
busy time, really, isn't it? We've probably chosen the busiest weekend, so
But
I imagine
have made
people have
a
got
note
other
of the dates, so we never know.
plans. Yes.
Happy New Year to you too. I can't say that.
Twelve.
There's two Westies. I think I'll just say two
Yeah,
Westies.
2 Westies.
Apart from like app, all pub car parts stay. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
I didn't think of the. I use it all the time when we're in Europe.
23 degrees. Surely not. Oh, I see.
Oh, in
2 degrees. 2 outside. 23 degrees.
That's not bad, is it? In their motorhome, 23
Oh, I
degrees.
see,
It's not
that's the
outside. It's
heating.
dark now.
Yes.
Herman is still on. Herman is still in first flush of. So let's ask Frank about his question here. Buying an old RV. I think there's risks. I think of buying new and old.
Yes.
I think the risks for buying an old one are obvious. I mean, you stated one there. Are you have any problems?
You're going to pay a lot more money, aren't
But
you,
I don't
for a
think,
brand new
in terms of
motorhome?
the engine and the chassis and everything, you really shouldn't. I don't. Well, especially the engine. I don't think you can go too wrong. It's a diesel engine, and diesel engines in these vehicles are normally built to last because they're workhorses, whereas motorhomes aren't. They don't travel the distance that you might do in a
Well, it depends,
vehicle
doesn't it? Some
which does
people
lots of cargo,
travelling them all year.
deliveries and whatever. Well, no, you don't. We've only done.
No, but if you're not working, and I mean, some of the people we know travel all the time, don't they?
Whereas the new ones,
You can
now the
probably
new
have
ones
less-
you can still have problems. I mean,
Yeah.
we've rented a few new ones traveling from Italy, brand new, from the manufacturer
Yes.
to the rental company in Luton. That's Just Go.
And the handbrake.
And we were basically on every trip we were ironing out the problems. Like the handbrake, it wasn't a problem with the handbrake; it was a problem with the boot. Eventually, we figured out.
Oh yes, on that.
Because it was the boot was so solid. It was the rubbery bit around the handbrake was actually pushing the handbrake in the on position.
And then someone didn't they have a problem with the bathroom that it was leaking or something.
Well, they hadn't put the plug in the tank. We didn't know that at the time.
Oh,
but,
okay.
worked that out what were the problems. So they drove all the way back
Yeah.
for them to just put the plug in the in the tank.
see.
Yeah, so when we were driving, they were they were fine at first. After a few days, it started getting creaking and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And Bob in his YouTube channel mentioned creaking.
Yeah.
So everything starts to loosen up, and I think it may just go around with a screwdriver or something like that. I don't know, but and you don't know, the cost as well for a brand new motorhome. You're kind of paying the road tax, so you're losing an awful lot of money on a brand new vehicle.
But also, you pay quite a lot, don't you, for an old vehicle? Because there's obviously
well,
going to be more
classic,
things going wrong with it.
the classic motorhome, the classic Heimers, they range in. I mean, it depends on how classic is classic. I mean, those ones that are really gorgeous from the 70s, really big things, they're like 20 odd grand.
Yes.
Right, or even higher, that's 60 grand. But the ones that are quite commonplace, like what they could nickname a brownie, for instance, they can go from 5 grand up to say 8 or 9 grand. So
you can get some very good deals.
And because it's an old Heimer, they seem to be built to last, whereas the new ones maybe not so. So yeah, but I mean the materials in the new ones are far lighter. But they have lots of electronic gizmos and all this kind of stuff, which to me could be just something else to go wrong, and something else you can't fix yourself. Well, I'm a practical kind of guy. If I see a problem, I think, oh, can I fix that? What is wrong with it? Which is what I was trying to highlight in that DIY video. Going through the 3 steps of analysing what the problem is. Can I fix it? How do I fix it? That kind of thing. So it's really personal preference, and I mean, if you like luxury, you're going to want to buy a brand new one, or
it's what you can afford.
Or at the
It's
Heimerfest,
all very well wanting the luxury ones, but
the Heimerfest one, the motorhomes might be 30 years old, but they people decorate them, and they don't care about the original finish. If you see what I mean, they want to decorate. They want to personalise it. They'll strip off the cupboards, take off the wood and kind of re-varnish it in some material or whatever, so it looks really good, and
you could probably
really sexy and
redesign it, can't you, the older ones?
Yeah, people will change the curtain colours because back in the day, you had drab or drab, right? So now they put a proper cut, but you probably wouldn't do that in a brand new motorhome. So it's really personal preference, I think.
Yeah.
And how much budget? It's all about budget as well. And I think also maybe, although it shouldn't be the case, it's what are the Joneses doing? Do you know what I mean?
They've got a better one than us.
They seem to have jealousy, I guess. If they've got a brand new one and you've got what you think they might be thinking of as an old clapped out motorhome.
Yeah.
Just it's all personal preference,
yes.
I think. So what have we missed after my rant and my rant about problem with older diesel vans? They aren't good. Very good point, Dave. Actually, that is a very good point. That means you won't be able to drive in certain cities. But who wants to drive in London?
Yes.
Full stop. Even with a car.
You might want to bypass. Yeah.
But other cities you might want to drive in. I can't remember the ones in.
Not Paris, obviously.
There's ones in France, isn't there? I think. Our motorhome. So this is Bob. Our motorhome has done 40,000 in 4 years. Yeah, but Bob, you go out in it every 19 days, isn't it? Don't you? I think Herman's done 80,000 now. When we bought him, it was 50. It just turned to 50.
Yeah, so we've done 30,000 miles in 8 years, is it?
Is that really? Okay, so we haven't put much on it. Him. John says that sounds like a brag there, Bob.
Oh, I see. Yes, for all these people that can't do that.
Yeah. I have to go to work, and
yeah. No,
well, when I say
very
go
lucky.
to work, I don't leave this office.
No. Hi.
60 people watching. Give them a thumbs up. Yes, I noticed that. I think that's a
Oh.
record for us.
There's
Peak
a record.
current
Just 'cause Bob's on, you
61.
see.
Do you think it's because Bob's on?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. No, it's probably because
Bob's favourite.
Poppy was on.
Yeah, it's a small little viewing
Frank,
of her.
Frank said
2 left.
2 left. Oh, 2 left. Yeah, look back. You know, probably network, internet problems, and that kind of thing. Frank agreed. No concerns about engine chassis. Small problems can be fixed. Biggest concerns about moist water getting in the walls.
Yes.
Issue on the high. Is that an issue on the Hymer? Well, it can be. It can be an issue
Any
on
on them, can't it? Really?
Yeah, not so much. I hear, but you know, really depend. I guess the put it this way. I was after the wing of Herman. Right, is quite expensive.
Oh yeah, and the
When it
problem is with Heimers, there's not very many suppliers, is there? So you always have to go to Brownhills or.
Well, this is it.
Postal.
So when I was inquiring
whacked the
about
price
replacing the wing fell off a few years ago. We're driving along. I think, what was that?
Yes.
And then the wing. It's not a wing, sorry. It's just a cover for the wing.
In one of the videos.
And I inquired about it, and I forget how much it was. It was quite
Something
expensive,
ridiculous,
like £200 or
wasn't it?
something.
Just for a bit
And we
of
needed the
wing.
rubber. And I thought, well, before I buy it, I'll find out if I can get one second hand off of a donor motorhome. One's breaking, and I phoned around, and you can't. There are no Heimers breaking.
No.
Apparently, people don't just put them in the tip. They or the scrapyard. They invest in them to keep them on the road. So you know.
So
look
yes,
at that as
if
you
you
will.
do,
Think
yeah,
about it.
that's right. It's not cheap, is it, to replace the parts? But that's what happens.
Thumbs up for that. Oh, thanks, guys. Steve, have I missed anything? Nope. Yeah, the moisture thing. Yeah, that is. I mean, you really sometimes can't tell when you have a problem. I guess you just got to look over the whole motorhome. There's some tools now, isn't there? That you can touch the
Isn't
wall.
there something to use for mould and
Well, that's just.
dampness?
Well, if it's in the woods, you know, you got to replace it. Really, can be costly.
Yes.
Can be good fun though if you wanted to do it as a hobby. You know, I've always fancied building a motorhome.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you just get a van, stick a fridge, stick an oven in
That
it,
give
and
you
a
lots
bed.
of videoing
Done.
to do. Yes, that's right. Here's my chassis.
Exactly. That's all they
Measure
do.
up at my fridge.
That's all they do. These
Yeah.
these companies.
I think you'd need.
We followed Tread the Globe. They did Ireland World Atlantic Highway, but your tour was really good and inspires us to do that bit as well. Oh, thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
That's I was looking at that today actually. I was looking at the Ireland Wild Atlantic Highway, the wild bit, the Atlantic Highway, because there's many Atlantic highways apparently. Yeah, and it goes from the north to the south on the west side of Ireland, and that's the bit where it's all jaggedy like that. It looks amazing. But of course, I think we have to pick a part and then do that part, because of course we've only got 2 weeks. 2-week holiday. We're only allowed 2 weeks unless we really push it. But yeah, we're thinking of doing that next year. Maybe maybe about May time. Not reason why May is because it's out of season.
Oh, and you asked the question. I thought, no, you're being silly on that, because you were thinking of Scotland, and do the Irish people get midges?
Yeah, so that was the reason why.
No.
Well, I don't know about
I don't
midges
think
in
they
Ireland,
do.
so that's why
Is
I'm
there
thinking
any
May.
Irish on here? If they could let us know.
Do you get midges?
midges?
Do you get midges in Ireland, especially the West Coast? That's the question.
Yes, I don't think.
And if so, when is the best time to avoid them?
Yes.
And don't say January. Oh, when it's snowing. So yes, so thanks, Steve. Hi, follow you from Italy.
Ooh.
Whereabouts? That was where we picked up the Just Goes from Pisa, wasn't it? Near Pisa.
We do like Italy. It's very nice.
Oh, it wasn't Pisa. It was south of Pisa.
No,
because we drove to Pisa.
We didn't really spend as much time there as we wanted. Again, we were on a time scale, weren't we? So we kind of travelled through Italy, Switzerland. Yeah.
Bob's motorhome has done 25 miles.
My goodness.
Yeah, yes, Dave. It was a wheel arch trim. It was just so
just over
Herman's
the
a
wheel.
box. It looks like it's just a box with holes cut out for the wheels, and then the trim goes on over the top of the wheel, as it were. They only want to see pop.
Surely not. Little pop.
Here we tow. Thanks for catching a catch up, guys. Great live. Have to go now to catch you next one. All the very best. You've probably gone by the time.
Yeah, it's taking us so long to get done.
Happy New Year. Great watching you. Keep up the great vlogs. Thank you very much, Gary. Good answers from Frank. Looking forward to seeing your.
Yes,
Yeah,
that was
well,
just a thought. He does
it
have
was
these
just
thoughts. It probably
I
won't
haven't got a garage or anything like
No.
that to hold.
So
that.
let's just say you're not doing it, and then if you do, it's always a bonus, isn't it? I don't think you'll be doing it. Right, moving on. John.
Spend more time building it than being in it.
Yes.
Oh, it won't take long.
There's a thriving industry out there renovating older motor. No, wrong with old. No. That's right.
No, it's. And it's the base vehicle, Fiat and Mercedes or any of the others. Most of them are Ducato, so parts are readily available. But it's not really the engine and chassis you need to worry about. It's the inside, the actual living area. There's a thriving industry out there. Don Thomas says, to deal with moisture when we are parked up at home, we always plug in a dehumidifier. It captures about a gallon of water a week. So,
that's a good idea, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because that kind of
Well, the
keeps it
thing is,
dry.
we've got vents in that. We got the roof lights in Herman. They're domed. On the outside, they're domed. On the inside, there's another cover.
Yes.
Not cover.
No.
It's like an inside and outside, like two skins of the roof light, and
I see.
It lets the air in.
Yes.
So if we did that, and I don't know if it's the same in yours,
but it would probably help a little bit. I would have thought, wouldn't you think?
No.
Even with those, no.
No, because you've got air coming in. You're just taking it out of. You're taking moisture out of the world rather than the motorhome. So there's always air coming in.
Yeah.
So it's probably best to keep a window open, as long as it's not going to rain, of course.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the dampness comes from.
Though, isn't it?
In the motorhome is the dampness. It's not so much dampness from condensation, that kind of thing, but from leaks. When you have a leak, that's the worst kind. Is when you have a leak. Like a seam on the motorhome is just letting in a little bit of water, and that's what you want to look out for, rather than moisture from condensation. I believe. I don't know if an expert might say different.
Yeah.
Uh,
Question for Bob and Jenny: is the new motorhome tempting you to change? Wow. Yes, especially Jenny.
Especially Jenny.
Yes.
Where are you going now?
Changing. That's the thing, isn't it? You always think, you'll keep the same motorhome, but if you try others out, you might have a change of heart.
I like that shit. Yeah. Buy old and you don't need to be ripped off with AdBlue.
Yes.
I don't
it's
understand
a bit like cars,
what that is,
isn't it? And you don't like the flickering of indicator lights on the new cars, do you? But yes, why have AdBlue? Yeah, it does seem.
I don't know what it's
strange.
for, but apparently it's required. It's just. Are you sure it's required? It's just another thing.
Yes,
It's just rubbish.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's what I think. I don't know what it's for. I mean, two-stroke engine. Yeah, you add oil to the mix, right? You'd have to do that with. They're saying that the fuel isn't good enough for the car. Well, you should make your engines deal with that, not
Yes.
add some other garbage. Oh, he's getting angry now. I see you read Bob. I didn't see. Okay.
Reading ahead.
What about Jenny's Sky Space? I don't know what he means. Steve? What do you mean by that? Beckwith, I leave the heating on in the caravan. Well,
thing is though,
we're quite a few miles away from. Where
if
we
you put it
store
on your
home,
drive,
so we
it's not
use
so
electricity.
bad. No. Yes.
And of course you get. I mean, if the dehumidifier, you can get sachets where you put them in the bucket and they actually absorb. Just like when you buy a new piece of equipment, new piece of electronics, tiny little sachet says "Do not eat" on it. It's silica.
Yes.
You get big bags of that, and that will take out the moisture out of the air, and after a few days it'll be a puddle in the bucket. So what I think you need to do is keep them elevated out of the water. I think they might come in their own little tub, and then the water runs through, so you don't need to use any electricity. Peter says, hold on a minute. How long it took indie projects. It won't take long to build a motorhome out of a panel van. Just line it all up with wood to keep them. That's one weekend sorted out. And keeping the wall.
One weekend.
1 week, a few weeks, say 3 days tops. And then, I mean, you could just park outside B&Q and then just do it in their car park if you've got the right power tools. So, and then of course, you just need to fridge, and then something to cook on and something to sleep. Sorted.
You make it sound so simple.
Well, that's the minimum.
Yeah.
Right? Yes, that's the minimum.
I think it's.
And you might want to vent as well. Peter says, I agree, Eds. With vents, you are drawing water out of the world. Yeah. Dehumidifiers will attract moisture from everywhere, even from outside your motorhome. And they use a lot of power up as well, the way they work. Dave, AdBlue is to comply with Eurocat rating. Oh, okay, so they can't make their engine that more. Is it because people still want a really performant car, and this is so? What does it do then? Must react with what, sulfur and whatnot. AdBlue. AdBlue is you. Laugh out loud. So I suppose they.
Taking the bit, yeah.
I think Jenny likes her own space to watch football.
Oh.
I didn't know Jenny.
I didn't either. We've learnt something there, haven't
Ah.
we? She doesn't look the footballing.
You've just
person.
reminded me of something, because I'm looking into projectors, a portable projector, something that can run off of its own power, and they go from really cheap £40 up to £200-300, and I thought having a projector in Herman against over the kitchen, so you pull it down, or I don't know what, somewhat a screen, and we could have a projector on the table, and I thought that'd be good, rather than having his farty little television about this big with it's just not big enough and the sound's terrible, but I thought about having this big projector screen. It'd be all flash and whatever, because we can make it really dark in there, couldn't we? But then I thought, oh, hold on, we could then watch, if we had a projector, we could then watch television on the side of Herman outside.
Now you're getting carried
Imagine
away.
that Herman Fest. Imagine that at Herman Fest. Everyone gathering around someone's motorhome. The one with the least amount of graphics on the side,
They haven't got any electric,
watching some
have
movie.
they?
No, you just don't need music. Just charge it up and off you go. But it was just an idea. Of course, nobody will hear it. We'll have to plug in some speakers or something. Anyway, that was. And what did we watch? We watched Bob's videos.
Yes. All
Yeah.
evening.
Where did we get to? Oh, AdBlue. Trouble with open layout in Bailey's, Steve, and it is we couldn't have two TVs.
So they liked. Do you remember when we used to have a TV and we used to cut the screen in half, and you used to watch your program and I used to watch mine? That was
that
long,
wasn't
long
in
time
Herman.
ago. No, that was just at home.
And AdBlue is just a con. If you have a decent particulate filter, it does more than some wee that doesn't work.
Modern Ducato doesn't need AdBlue. AdBlue is very. Do you think we're getting a bit carried away with
AdBlue
AdBlue?
just for diesel?
No,
Is it for diesel or is it for petrol or what is it? Other than a ripple.
It seems to be more.
AdBlue lowers the nitrogen oxide through the cat.
And is it particular models? Because I know, is it BMW always seem to have AdBlue, don't they? And Audis.
I know Audi do. I don't know about all of their models, but yeah, it's. I just hope I never need to buy that.
Yes.
To put it in with every single gallon of every single time you
have
top
to put
up.
Quite a lot in, don't you, as well, to keep it running?
Or is there like something you put in an adapter, goes into the petrol tank? Like I'm thinking. Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking of those automatic
really
chain oilers on a motorcycle. One of those little. What do I call it? They automatically oil your chain as you're riding along. They just put a little drop on. Every so often, I thought
it's not cheap.
Might be something like that. Is it a pump? Do you take petrol?
No, it's in the blue bottle. I thought you brought in the garage.
So it's like Radex. Radex? No, not Radex. What's that stuff you used to put in petrol to make it feel better and less lumpy in the car? Radex. I'm sure it's Radex. It's the same sort of thing. You add about a gallon in a separate tank. Oh, I see. So it's a separate tank in the car.
I don't know why you need to know this, because you're not going to get a car with AdBlue, are you? Well, hopefully not.
Well, by the time they've hopefully they're going to be like DVDs. No one's going to care about them. No one's going to buy a car with that kind of thing in them because everyone will be driving electric.
Redux.
I think if the engine needs AdBlue and it isn't topped up, then the engine management cuts into. See, a new car programming, all this kind of computer kind of thing. If it's empty, then the engine just cuts out. I mean, that's just a bit of wiring. Take the sensor off, or something, rewire the sensor so it's always saying it's full. Then you're fine. I think that's what I ended up.
So you don't have to add AdBlue to motorhomes, do you? Is it just cars, or is it?
No, I'm not thinking of Radworld. I know Radworld goes in the radio. I'm thinking of Redex. I see. I've called it Radex. It's actually Redex. So you're right. Yeah.
Right.
So there you go.
A video on AdBlue.
Radworld. Yeah, you don't put Radworld in your petrol tank. Because that's just that would be disastrous, I think. It's only for diesel and is injected into the exhaust. Oh, I see.
That's probably why we've never used it, because we've got petrol cars, haven't we?
What's that, Herman?
Well, yes, but Herman doesn't count, does he?
No. Yeah, it sounds a bit. Sounds a bit. Most French-based engines require AdBlue, which would mean Ducato, I guess. So, Bob, does your new motorhome, does that require AdBlue? I've had a few hire cars that use AdBlue. They give you about 1,000-mile warning.
Oh my goodness!
1,000-mile warning.
Wow.
Well, I guess in some cars that could be just 2 fill-ups, could it? Or am I thinking stupid? No, that's probably too much. 4 fill-ups, possibly.
Peugeot-based motorhomes use AdBlue. So we won't get a Peugeot-based.
So yeah, but that's still Ducato, isn't it? I think that's Ducato.
Okay. Right.
Is Bob not there?
Bob.
Where else were we thinking? I'm changing the subject.
Oh,
again,
yes.
Apologies. Where else were we thinking of going this year?
Well, this year you thought of, because somebody recommended Germany, and then also
we've only seemed to have driven
Ireland.
through Germany.
Yes.
Last year we wanted to go to Ile de Ré.
Yes. Oh, well, that's because we tried to book quite close
Do we
to
want
the time.
to
and
try
it was very
that this year?
expensive. So if we book quite early, it might be better. Yes, I think so. Change the subject.
Fiat Ducato base use low pressure exhaust gas recirculation. I know Ducato is Fiat, but Ducato engine is used in all the European motorhomes. There's like 4 companies that use it. Or they used to. Yeah, the Ducato engine was used quite extensively across the European companies. You know, Peugeot and Renault, well, they're the same company. Oh, it's all vehicles except German, right? That's what I was trying to. So Italian, that kind of thing. I think all these companies got together, maybe made a new company called Ducato, I don't know, and then decided to use it across all their vehicles, their big vehicles. You could call this the ads blue channel.
Yes, I don't think we'll be talking about it again.
Damn it! Now I've said that.
I think we've covered every.
YouTube are going to see that and then you're going to demonetize the video. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But they are listening. They do listen.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. I mean, afterwards, I could turn on subtitles and you can see all the subtitles come across the bottom of the screen.
Oh, okay.
Very quite cool, actually. Quite good technology. Have you got any jobs to do on Herman, or are you up to date? That is a good question. No, so no, I'm not up to date. There's a couple of things, just a couple of things.
Yes.
In fact, I've got a whole list of things I want to do. For instance, the solar panel, but things that we need to do.
The locker at the back. Someone said that it had sagged, so you thought.
Yeah,
you
I might have to redo that, so it doesn't look like
it's. Gap.
So it doesn't like so it doesn't have a gap. So I might do that. And of course, it's made out. I've done the fix out of MDF.
Yes.
Which
so you wanted to hoist it up and kind of.
Yeah, which it's not very. I don't know if you've ever seen MDF. When you put water to it, it expands. So it's not the best thing and best of things. And then there's our what do you call it? The part of the blow on the windscreen on the front.
Oh yes.
Well, first of all, it's always just blown cold or cool air. So there's that. I don't know if that's just common. I don't know. But also one of the vents has popped inside, so I want to take that off. Solar panels.
Yeah,
I want to fit some solar panels. I just need to figure out what I want to buy, where would they go. So now over Christmas, because I was on the roof fitting the fairy lights, I did some measuring up and need to wash.
Yes, that's a job that we need.
Steve, MDF is like Weetabix.
It is, isn't it?
You mean when you put water, it just goes. But Weetabix is such a good glue. If you're not, can't get it off the bowl when you need to soak it in water for a good half an hour before you can actually remove it from the bowl. I find that is it when it goes dry. Vans all made in the same factory, but use different engines. Oh really? I thought they was all the same engine, but different badge on the front. I guess you need to fit the fly screen and
we weren't desperate for that, were we? Really?
Carbon alarm correctly. Carbon alarm. Carbon dioxide alarm is fitted fine. But you're right with the fly screen. What I've done now is I've cut the piece. I was said in the last live stream I was going to cut the pieces in half and then fit them across. I've now cut them. I've sanded the ends down so it's not rough. I need to white spirit the back side of them to get rid of all the old sticky stuff and then apply it. I think that's easy to do all that. But the hard part is actually putting the curtain itself into that plastic. And I was just figuring out how I could do that without too much hassle.
Isn't it?
I've tried it already. When you put it in, I want to make sure that it's all in before I collapse it, or pinch it together. That's the problem. So yeah.
So there are
now,
a few jobs.
Next, I was thinking about doing some DIY this stream, but like I've highlighted, I've not got much really to do, and it's going to be cold outside.
Yes.
So that was another thing I was putting. And of course, well, the light's coming back now, so we could. That's not going to be a problem, but it's going to be cold.
Yeah.
February, March is going to be should be warmer, but February is it's going to be cold doing that. We're talking and be plumes of not steam. I guess it is steam.
Yeah.
Vapor coming out of our mouths.
Yeah. Wait till it gets warmer.
Yeah, do you know? I restored a Volkswagen Beetle, 1973. It was. Remember, the same year age as my sister. And no, sorry, it was old. It was 1972. 1972 Volkswagen Beetle. Did the welding all the way around. Put a new engine in it, or refurbished engine. Upgraded it from a 1200 to a 16 twin port. Changed the look of it, so made it look older. Hold on, a bunch of other stuff. And yeah, so I've done that. I would like to do a Porsche 356 replica called Chisel. That's where you get a Volkswagen Beetle and you cut out 18 inches from the middle and you stick it back together again. There is a bit more complicated than that, but that's essentially what you do. And a camper, building a camper. So I know,
Yeah,
I know I can do it. I've done the Beetle. I learnt a bit of welding. Still looks a bit like pigeon poo, but it works. By the way, you can't weld rust. Well, you can, but so yes, I use sea foam.
Oh, I haven't heard of that before.
No, I have actually. I've heard of it.
Have you?
Sea foam is the stuff when you stick up your nose when you get in a cold. We've got some.
Oh.
That was called sea foam.
Is it?
Yeah, you go.
Oh, we see to clean nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use sea foam in my 2-litre turbo diesel, and it cleans all the internal engine parts and injectors.
Okay.
Rather than sticking up his nose.
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing. It must be a different
Sea
product.
Imagine somebody
spray thing.
Somebody's going along the beach collecting all that horrible stuff on the side of the beach where the foam's hit it and it's just sitting on the light brown-ish white. Never mind. I don't know what sea foam is. I think it's just the name of brine, isn't it? Foamy brine. Yeah. So I don't think we got any. Did we get any answers about whether or not you guys are thinking about wintering, going in your motorhome or your caravan in the winter?
I think some people did.
Did they? I didn't see any.
Sorry, we
digressed quite a lot.
Yes, we did.
Oh, hold on a minute. I missed this from Bob.
£5 in the post ads. What was that
I'm
for,
happy
then?
to watch Game of Thrones. That's it for me as far as TV goes. £5 in the post ads. I've missed a lot here. There's
oh goodness!
some John here. So changing the subject and given the recent farce, yeah. Do you still use your drone? I would like to use my drone more often, but the thing is with it.
You were talking about the drone the other day, weren't you? I can't remember what you were.
Yeah,
wanting
well, I
to
was
do
thinking
with
of
it.
buying a new one.
Yes.
The thing is with my drone, my little thing about the size of my phone.
Yes.
It's about the size of my phone, but with the propellers out the side of it, and when it's unfolded, it's only got like a 6-minute battery, and it only works with Wi-Fi. So and it has a range of 50 meters. And it's quite intelligent. I mean, when it gets disconnected, it comes back, which is great.
And the battery doesn't last very long.
No, the battery is terrible.
So you've got to really
so by the time I've done a shot,
you've got to pull it back.
Yeah, exactly, and replace the battery and have another go. So, for instance, the Heimerfest video, you only saw I think it was one panning shot. But it was up for 15 minutes trying to get, and it was really windy though. And that's another thing. The camera on it is fixed.
Perfect weather, haven't you?
And it's not a very good quality camera. It's fixed. All the image stabilizing is software rather than a gimbal or anything like that. So it doesn't give very good, I think. But then I'm pedantic like that.
Yes.
I would like to, for instance, of when we were in France, and that's the thing. So when we were in France, we went to I've forgotten what it's a big monument, and I thought, oh, I could take off here, go around the monument, and come back down. I'm not sure if anybody would have liked that, but I was worried, and I read a lot of it on Facebook about this particular drone just falling out of the sky or just going off somewhere. I've not had that, but it can do it. But also, it's one of the intelligent ones. It won't fly anywhere near Heathrow.
No.
It picks up. It knows where it is. It's got GPS and all this kind of stuff. So it's a great drone. Just is let down by the camera and the battery life. So I would like to use it more often. But that means every time I'm thinking about using it, I've got to charge all my batteries.
Because you've got 3 batteries, haven't you?
And they're expensive as well.
Yes. Not the moment.
Over the Christmas we had Black Friday and whatever. The drone, I was looking at a DJI drone. The cheap one there was £400 with the extra stuff thrown in as well. I thought about having that, but then Black Friday ended. And it was still at the same price. So I thought, well, I'm not in a rush for this.
And you do wonder.
And now it's gone up. It's gone up in price.
Oh, I was going to say, when the Black Friday finishes, if they'll put it back to lower price, the normal price, because you do.
Yeah, it's starting to go back. So I mean, I'm not in any rush with it.
But you were looking at changing it, weren't you?
Yeah. But it's obviously bigger, and of course I'll need to carry it around with me if I'm gonna take it. But it's either that's the DJI Spark, which is not foldable, or there's the DJI Mavic 2 Air, which is like almost £1,000. Like what for the drone and all the pack, the extra flight things. It's like whoa, big difference in price. And how often am I going to use it? So the Spark has only got, it's again not 6 minutes, it's like 12 minutes on the battery. Is that long enough? Probably, yeah. But it's Wi-Fi, I do believe, so it's not as if it's going to go out very far. Whereas the Mavics, I believe they use radio, so they can go out for miles. Not that you're supposed to. You're supposed to be able to see it, which is ridiculous, really, because the eye can only pick it, because it's so small. You can only pick it out for about 400 meters. So I don't know how all these people are getting all these amazing shots with their thing, because they're not supposed to. Should be able to see it. That's the other thing that here. Yeah, like I said, I'm not in a rush to
change it.
buy
but if you
another
see
drone.
Something you like.
Because I don't think I'd use it. Like I said, we've already mentioned, we don't go out often, and when we do, I mean, I think if we went to NC 500 or the high Atlantic Highway, then that would be awesome,
nice.
wouldn't it? But then, do we want a video of just drone shots? I was watching I was watching the island video of doing of the Atlantic Highway. To be on it, beautiful shots. Don't get me wrong, but I was getting bored of it. It's only 2-3 minutes long of all these coastal shots. I'm thinking, I don't want to do that.
Well, it's good. No, but you normally do it. And you look at the
GoPro,
GoPro,
the odd shot. But do we want a drone with just the odd shot? So that was. The thing is with me, I'm thinking about buying something, and I question it.
A bit like your solar panels.
And then I talk myself out of it. Steve then says, I don't think you guys know how much US watchers or us watchers look forward to your posts. We watch more vlogs than mainstream TV. I'm the same, actually. I don't watch television much. I think we've been watching Luther and that's about it, isn't it? Well, you watch a lot
I
of
tend to
television.
watch more because you're normally on your game.
Yeah, I'm playing games, or I'll be watching somebody else playing a game, or I'll be watching Nomadic Fanatic or something like that, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people's lifestyle is changing. I think people are watching more real life television. In other words, like this, real people
I
rather
suppose
than
it's
actors.
more
Because
real,
I think,
isn't it?
I
When you're
think-
doing videos
I think
and things.
the thing is, people like soap operas. That's the reason why people want to know about other people's lives. I don't know why. It's a bit of probably a psychologist might be able to tell you why, but people are interested in other people's lives, and that's why soap operas are very popular. I think.
Yes.
And
So we
you
are
get
in
a
a
lot of
soap
that with
opera.
vlogging. So I mean, that's the whole point of a vlog. That's in the name, isn't it? Really. So yeah, I have to agree with you there. Us watchers, I misunderstood that. I thought you were saying US watchers. Look forward to I like that though. Thank you very much. Look forward to our posts. I want to do more. I want to do more posting of videos and stuff. But we're not going away for a while, so it's going to be difficult.
Yes.
Uh,
Fitting it in, isn't it, sometimes?
So yes, we saw that. Vans are made of the same factory. Saw that. Luther. There you go. Yeah.
Luther? Where's Luther?
BA11. What's this? I want a drone that. I want to.
I'd like to hire a drone on the Norway trip.
Hold on. We've. It wasn't you at Gatwick, was it? No, it was a crane. Apparently, it was a couple of cranes. They think there was a confusion.
And then somebody went up onto the Severn Bridge, didn't they? And took their drone up there, and the bridge was closed. No, it wasn't you.
Why would you do that?
Well, I think.
I don't think it's got anything to do with the drone.
Didn't they?
Why would you climb a bridge to release, to deploy a drone? Unless you want to video yourself just about to jump it all. Look, hey, I can climb a bridge, but you can do that with a camera phone. Right? Do a selfie when you're at the top of the bridge. Why would you take a drone up with you? That doesn't make sense.
No.
More lies. More idiots. I want a drone that is 3D printer food replicator.
Wow. Oh yes, because you can print food, can't you? Or print.
Why would you want a drone? Maybe I misunderstood what that means. A drone that prints food. Laugh out loud. BA. Someone said something. Oh, I wasn't. You get. Oh, okay. No. See, my drone. I'll have to
Firstly,
constantly.
it wouldn't have lasted that long.
And he wouldn't have got up there.
It would have
And
lasted.
it's so noisy.
It would have lasted for 12 minutes, and then it would have come down. It wouldn't have lasted all day.
And you wouldn't be able to see it either.
No.
You wouldn't be able to see your drone, that high, or even it was a lot of the footage that I've seen on the television was about at night. So,
But yes. Oh my goodness.
Yes, Bob said something about a waste pipe from the waste pipe froze on the auto cruise Starfire. Oh, is that what you have? Is that your motorhome, the Starfire? But other than that, no. So the tank in Heimers are well, I believe so. They're heated. The fresh water is actually inside, so that's always heated. But the external one is heated as well. If you have your heating on, you need your heating on. We don't use our heating.
No, we tend to just use the electrics, don't we?
We have a Spark. Totally recommend it.
Oh yes, this is what you mentioned. Oh, I think you're going backwards and forwards over the feed, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going. No. This is now up to date now.
Yes.
We were a bit late. Oh, did you hear
I
that?
did.
Did you guys just hear my neck crack? Like to hire a drone on a Norway trip.
You see,
hiring
Norway
a drone.
would
I
be
didn't even know
lovely
you
to
could
go
do
to,
that.
wouldn't it? But it's so far away.
on a hiring a drone. Oh, I don't know if I could hire a drone. Do you know how to fly them? That's the question. I mean, what's the?
Kind of like a soft.
I watch the news in the wide-eyed horror and the DOI and sheer enjoyment and fascination. Watch the news in wide-eyed horror. True Tech, are you talking about the drones again? I think, yeah. Or I want to do Norway.
Yes.
We want to do Norway.
Yeah, we do. Because we looked into that, didn't we? And the ferries were extortionate, weren't they? They were sort of
the tolls. And
the tolls, but also it was like £700 just to get there, wasn't it?
So yeah, I would love to do Norway. I know that whole. Probably wouldn't want to go too far up north. It might get a bit cold. So true to horror and disbelief. I think they're talking about the drones.
We've gone off the ad blue and now we're on the drones.
Yeah, watching the political news, it's a lot like studying criminology.
Everything off their chest, don't they? Really,
the annoyances of the world. A flying chef.
Oh, I see. Onto the food. Yes.
Just bits of food elements like a 3D printer does. Kind of like.
Posh Cats has just arrived.
Kind of like.
I think we're signing off soon, aren't we? I don't know.
Only squeeze and cheese.
We are parked in
True
the
Tech,
car
I think
park.
you've got some really strange idea there, but it sounds like I think you could probably build
True
that.
Tech.
Sorry, late. We were parked in a pub tonight in Framington, Suffolk, having a meal in a pub tonight and sleeping over.
Lovely.
Is that
Very
with
nice.
Is that with Brit Stops? Is it? I'm assuming it is. Hi, Posh Cats. We were praying for snow on our multi-trip.
Wow.
It changes scenery so much and the place looks so different. That is very true. Snow does look very pretty. Is it simply because we don't see it very often? But when we do, oh God, it's like, ooh, horror. Ah! The roads are gridlocked. Nobody can drive. And, yeah. It's just crazy snow. And of course, well, round here was not so bad. It used to be bad until we were moaned.
Even just going up
Gritting
the
roads.
the hill.
They tend to do it quite well here, I think.
Yes, yeah.
But they didn't used to, and then it was lots of moans and accidents and stuff, and now they're kind of a bit on the ball. But I think it will surprise everybody when we had 4 bouts of snow for once a month, didn't we? From December, we had Boxing Day. Remember the Boxing Day? We had sometime in January, February when we were in with the Beast of the East.
Oh yeah.
And then
yes,
that rolled into March.
It was bad, wasn't it? Yeah, it went on and on and on.
There are 2 reasons: mowing and shoveling.
Yes, because I suppose in the summer you got to keep mowing the grass. Is that right? Yeah.
We are with Suffolk Centre. 9 vans here. Post New Year get together. Oh wow, that's really cool. YouTube vid to follow. Oh, excellent! If you guys haven't been following Posh Cats, you should try check out Posh Cats. Yes. So,
you done? Lovely.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Oh, she's done. Is everybody else done?
Yeah. Has anyone else got anything they want to ask?
What do you like? What do you guys like about our videos? We're having this conversation.
Don't like about.
Or don't like about our videos. I think myself and Bob are complete.
You're very similar.
Bob
aren't
and
you?
us, Bob and Jenny and us are different. I think.
Oh, I'm saying you're the same.
Well, no, I don't think we're the same.
Are you? No, but the way you do your travels and. No.
No.
Okay.
I think we're different. I think. Well, Bob. I know Bob does stuff that I don't do. For instance, the travelling to a particular. Showing the entrance of a campsite and this kind of stuff. And
I see.
Interviews, reviews of the campsites and stuff. I think we've done one review of a campsite once.
Yes.
But
And I think Waggy's tends to do that as well, doesn't he? But yes, we don't tend to get involved in the reviewing of campsites. I think because you can look it up anyway, can't you? Really on the internet. But I suppose it's more of a personal view.
I like showing the travel and information about the place.
What you can do there. Yes.
Showing our experience about where we are, rather than
what you like about it and what you don't like about the place. Yeah. What's the map on the wall? Oh, is there a map
behind you? Stars over Britain.
Yes, from the Daily Mail.
Where we got
I
to?
don't like
YouTube video to follow.
That you've yet to interview Aerosmith. Goodness. I don't think we'll be doing that.
What's the map on the wall? I don't like that you've yet to interview Aerosmith. What? I don't like that you've yet to interview Aerosmith.
Yeah, that's the band, isn't it? Aerosmith.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right, there's a full stop in or comma. I don't like that. I don't like that you've yet to Right, sorry. I'm having reading problems. Yeah, try these. No, we haven't interviewed Aerosmith yet. We've not met him.
No.
Or met them.
If we come across him, we will.
Steve Perry and I've forgotten his singer's name now. Anyway, Ian Rees says
we like Ads Brolly Cam.
You tell it as it is, weather issues, mishaps. Yeah, well, I tried to. Arriving at Viz very popular. I don't know, it's just something about me. It just doesn't want to do something like that. We like Brollycam.
Thought about Slovenia. Oh my goodness!
Actually,
no, we haven't.
that side of the world.
Anything further
Croatia
than Germany, we don't think
area.
about.
That's correct. I've seen pictures of Croatia.
If it was nearer to us, we might do.
Well, we got to travel there. That's
Are you going to mention?
Week.
We've got 2 weeks.
Why have you got a green sheet behind you?
Oh, that's a long story.
Are you CGI images? That's what this thing. This is
his gaming thing.
This is my green screen, and we use it for streams. We're not using it today because we're using Hangouts or Hang-Ups. Let's call it Hang-Ups because it's not brilliant. We're using Hang-Ups because and that doesn't allow you to add chroma key. Get technical now. Technical ads. So before the other streams, when we're sitting in this room, we were using OBS and then streaming onto YouTube. And this was used to blot out the background, and we had ourselves superimposed on the pictures that we were showing. But that's what that is for. That's where we keep all our alcohol as well. My attempt at comedy. Oh, I see. Okay. What are your thoughts about motorhoming abroad after Brexit? We're not sure if we should book tunnel or sites in France yet.
Yes.
Why was I think I've heard that we have to pay to go over. I think that's what they're saying, which is okay. We're going to have to pay to go over anyway.
There was a program about dogs as well.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say
the
passport on dogs is going to be a whole bunch of nightmares.
They're going to need new
because the chip that you stuck in that they put in the animal isn't going to be good enough anymore or something rather. They're not going to see it as proof that this is your dog. It's like shut up.
It's going to be more complicated, isn't
it? You're going to have to send out documents, and they're going to process it. It's going to take weeks, up to 4 weeks, or no, longer than that, wasn't it? It's like, what are you talking about? It's just when you use common sense and logic. It's already in place. Why have you got to change it?
So yes, that's a valid point, actually, isn't it? Whether you book now or whether you wait until you know what's going on. But yeah,
I don't think it really matters.
What will be, isn't it? But yeah,
I mean, the only difference is getting there. So if you don't like the
but
cost
you might
of it,
need more documentation, mightn't you? And it might be stricter at security. I don't know.
so
Yeah, but it's a hassle anyway, isn't it, with ferries and airports as it is?
it's going to be the same, isn't it, as a plane?
Yeah, oh yeah, but it might
Right?
be
You're just
take
going to be
longer.
using your passport.
You might have to allow so much longer to go through.
Did you see that?
customs.
When did I say that? It was in April. Apparently there was an April Fool joke from somebody in Europe or European Commission or something or other saying that they're going to change their passports to blue.
Oh yes, yeah.
I thought that was fun. I only just found that out though, just a couple of weeks ago. By the way, I missed something.
I like the ups and downs of motorhome travel, ideas of where to go, the
Yes.
various gadgets, tips, etc.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I guess the gadgets and the
very
tips I
content
probably
amicable
don't.
couple honest videos for motorhome and the enjoyment you have. Well, sometimes we have our ups
I'll have
and
to
downs,
read that now
don't
because
we?
I wasn't listening. Like varied content, honest videos for motorhoming and the enjoyment. Yes. We enjoy what we do, don't we?
We do, yeah, very much so.
Keith says, by the way, we love watching you. As compared to us, you seem fairly normal.
Oh goodness. Well, I suppose we are really.
I don't know
quite
about
dull.
normal. What's normal though?
Yeah.
Worries me that word, normal.
Yeah. What is normal?
You go to the doctors and you got some, I don't know,
Yes, we haven't got
something
any,
wrong with you, and they say, "Oh, don't worry, it's normal." Really? You mean does that? Are they saying
we haven't got
that
disease?
a lot of people in the population have this, and therefore it is normal?
But
So-
also, he's put fairly normal. So would that be? You're not the average, but you're fairly
I don't know. Informative content mainly, but I like you four guys. Oh, you're talking about Bob and Jenny.
Yes.
For what you see is what you get. Keep on the good work. Cheers, John. I know that I seen a vlog a week or so ago, and you was well soaked.
What was that then? Week
Was
ago.
that Christmas? Christmas when I was
in North Carolina? No, you
Oh, it
weren't
might have
sober.
been. Yeah, there might have been the American one. That wasn't me. That wasn't me
Soaked.
drunk. I think he means drunk.
Oh, okay.
And the only time I was drunk, I remember recently, is the one with the when I was
Not your Christmas
party in the office. Yeah, I come back and did some video
Ah.
to show how it was, and I was.
Yes,
wasn't
it was
too
at
drunk then.
Christmas. Yeah. No. Well, you had to wait for ages, didn't you, for a taxi, and then you just got there, had a drink, and then it was time to eat the meal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you just about made it.
The blood tests you may or may need cost a few. Blood tests? Oh, you're talking, yeah, the dogs will need to have blood tests and this kind of stuff.
It's
Cost a
terrible,
fortune
isn't it?
and waste your time, really. So you want to put them in. So the advice they gave on the news was do it now.
Yes.
Update your pet
The inoculations, wasn't it?
now, and then you don't have to worry about it when if it doesn't. It could be problem rather than it will do problem. So all you people who wanted to leave Brexit. Oh, and you. It does matter if you have a dog. Normally, I have the stereo loud. What's that about?
He sounds a bit like that other chap that talks things and you don't understand. Johnny.
Oh, I've forgotten his name now. He made me.
Yeah.
So, how long have we been streaming for?
Goodness, an hour and a half.
Where are you seeing that? Oh, because it's the time. It normally says on the screen.
Ah.
Well,
I think he said. Have you said all you want to say, Ants?
I think so. You were talking about what does normal mean. Normally I. Oh, okay. Normally have the stereo loud. Well, yes. I don't know what to say to. We love watching you guys. So we just need to book something coming up, maybe January or February.
Yes.
We could be pretty cold. Doesn't look like these folks actually go out in the winter time.
Well, there was a few people.
Was there? I missed all them
I
then.
think, yes. I don't think
Yes,
the cold
I
should
am known.
deter you from going out, should it really?
What's for dinner? We got salmon today, actually. Right, everybody. I think that I think we're gonna end the stream here. So if you've got any final things you want to say, please put them in the comments below.
Don't mention AdBlue.
I've got a Heimer similar to yours. Just been away for a short break. Tap broke. Water everywhere.
Oh, no.
Any ideas?
Oh, well, again, he's got a video on the tap. It was the kitchen tap.
Well, first of all, where is it?
Yes, what tap is it? It'll do a quick
Can you?
help.
Is the water pouring out of the tap, or is it pouring out underneath the tap?
So you've got
Well, that was me disconnecting the pipe from the bottom of the tap.
What year is yours?
What was it? Where have we gone? What have we got up to?
Come to Summerswood.
Where's that then?
Yeah,
The
I don't know where
Beckwiths?
Summerswood is.
You people seem groovy.
Gosh.
Groovy, we're groovy.
I think people are getting the wrong idea here.
I don't know about groovy, but I have my harmonica.
Oh no!
For us late arrivals, any chance of a radical of the
Oh goodness!
of the last 90 minutes?
Well, to sum it up, it's been
Recap.
about AdBlue and drones.
Well, actually,
Oh,
you'll
and
be able
Herman
to...
Fest, 19th of July.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah, and recap. 19th of July.
19th of July, Herman Fest. Yes. Herman Fest, 19th of July.
I can
at
understand people
Round
are
Hills.
quite far away, so it might not be everybody can get there, but
Round
if you
Hills
can
campsite in
come.
the New Forest.
yes.
And if you... I mean, this
He's
video...
going to do a video anyway.
This video is... This live stream here is will be archived, so you can like press a red button. It's not a red button, but you know what I mean. You can watch it back. In fact, I think you might even be able to now rewind. I think.
Oh,
Well, I'm able to when I watch live streams. For us later, I'll recap. Kitchen tap 2000. Kitchen tap.
2003.
Oh,
So
correct.
yeah, that was the one that broke in ours, wasn't it? The kitchen tap, and you got a new. What was it?
If it's
Switch.
leaking now, you need to kind of stop that. And the thing is, if you switch everything off, if you switch everything off in Herman, the water will still gush out because of the pressure in the tank. So if you've got tons of water in the tank, the weight of it was just push the water out. So if it's coming out of the tap itself and you up and down, coming out the faucet, is it the actual bit, the hole? Is it coming out of there, or is it coming out somewhere around it? You need to stop it from.
Yes, because you can sometimes
mess-
take the tap off, can't you? I know.
Yeah, it's bolted.
So it might be underneath
it's
there, or
bolted
actually
to
through
the sink, right? Just like a home. It's just like a home. It's bolted to the sink. It's two parts to it. There's a lifter, which does two. Sorry, there's two parts to it, which the lifter does. It will turn on the power to pump the water. So there's a little micro switch in there.
Yeah.
And it will open up the tap, the faucet itself, so the water will rush out. So it does two things. Now, if you've got, you haven't explained if it's off and it's coming out of the hole, or whether or not it's just.
He's going to have to go to your house, I think. He'll have a look.
Yeah, so
Send a
we
picture.
had I fixed the tap in ours. There's a couple of wires, and they are very quite close to the micro switch and the lifter, and they wear out because you're moving the tap around. I'm going to try and get that moving the tap around. So I replaced it, but when I disassembled the pipes, I didn't put them back properly. So there's a pipe that comes from the motorhome into the tap, right? And actually ours has got one of those filters, so that goes into the filter and then back out, and it will tube like this, and then into the cold part of the tap. There's two entrances on ours, hot and cold, and I hadn't plugged the tube into the tap properly. So when we filled it up with water, a little more pressure, and it actually went. The pipe popped off the tap, which is underneath, right? So there's a tap underneath. Tap's up here. There's your cabinet, the top part of the sink, and underneath there's two hot and cold pipes, and they're brass or copper or something. And our pipe just popped off. I didn't fasten it properly. Now, if you've got that, and of course, the tap's not on, but the water's gushing out. It won't gush out forever, but it will gush out until water finds its own level, right? So the tank is decreasing and all this water's gushing out. You put your thumb over it, which is what I think I did while I figured out what to do. And then, so you need to figure out if it's that, then you might just need to wiggle it back on. I'm assuming it's not though, and it's got something to do with the tap. If there's something wrong with the tap, does it still gush out when you switched your 12 volt off, or not? Or is it? Can you hear the pump going when it's gushing out and your tap's off? Is the pump going? Loads of information, lots of questions. Probably need a video or photographs or something. But the 3 things of DIY: investigate. What was it? Investigate. How do I solve my problem, and can I solve it? How do I solve my problem? Do it. Do it. So it's investigate. What's the solution, and then do it.
The results.
We were gonna call it a day, weren't we? Like 15 minutes ago. We were out for New Year all the way from Ireland to. Hold on, I've seen this word before.
Yes. Have we been there?
Yes, we have, and I can't remember.
Why Cwed in North Wales? Yeah, that rings a bell.
Why does that ring a bell?
584, very nice.
When I remember why that rings a bell, I might be able to pronounce that.
Oh dear, you won't go there with your pronunciation.
So 584, I think that's probably. We need to look into those. 584. It's a bit bigger than Herman, I think. It's got a lounge at the back, if I remember.
Right.
If you can rewind as I had to do myself. Oh, excellent! Thanks, Peter, for that. True Tech, I've got to replace the drain stopper for the Toyota RV toilet water. It's seized. Drain stopper for the. Okay, it's gonna be gross. The RV toilet water drain stopper.
The stopper for the toilet.
Is that that's a proper RV? Is it? That could be. They have proper toilets in that. And,
yes, you didn't have any of that.
Good luck with that, True Tech.
Let us know how you get on.
You should do a video of how you get on. That's, the 3-berth bar version adds.
Ooh.
3.
Tiny C-Class RV. You see, there's got a real array, isn't there, of what people have got?
Oh, so hold on a second. So C-Class is actually American term. So True Tech, are you from the States or Canada?
It sounds like he is if he's got a stopper on his toilet.
C-Class is what we call a coach built. So that's what Bob's got. He's going around in. Herman is A-Class.
Looks like a pickup truck front end. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And you've got probably an overhead cab bed. Thanks, bye guys. By the way, ads, you'll need
all that water.
After all that water you've been. Yeah, I'm thirsty. It's all the chatting.
Talking so much.
It's fizzy as well.
34 days till first trip to Hunter's Moon recently. Went to concierge camping, amazing site. You see, there's so many sites, isn't there?
Yeah.
We've been to. Right.
Well, we are going to end it now. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We had 66 people at one point watching. So that's pretty cool. I think that's a record for us. And
Thank you to Bob and Jenny.
yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see them, did we? But
No, we planned that not very well. Richard from Waggy's Travels was going to come on as well.
Never mind.
But
Technical
yes, anyway,
problems.
technical ad was not able to do it.
No.
That's what she keeps calling me technical ad. What was the other one? Fix it ad or something. Anyway,
She's very...
most excellent email. Thanks, True Tech. You didn't
We'll
say
let-
whether or not he's from the US.
We'll let you get back
We'll
to
find
TV now.
Yeah. You get back to your proper television now. Watch it Strictly or whatever. What's on now?
No,
these days?
Strict is finished now.
X Factor? Oh, no, it's not Christmas yet. It's Christmas yet.
Dancing on Ice soon.
Right, we're going to go and watch the third episode of Luther.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me.
Need some more water.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care and Happy New Year. Bye-bye. I've lost my mouse pointer. There we are.